visual imagery, and it's great to take selfies, to use your cell phone. But at the end of the day, it is important to periodically have a professional brand shoot. I like to do this at least annually at minimum, but ideally a couple times a year. And you get major bonus points if you are able to do it quarterly. Now, in order to execute this properly without it being crazy time consuming, and most importantly, for it to be effective and successful, I wanted to share with you some 5 must-dos that will make your brand photo shoot not only easy, but intentional and successful. Because when you have intention and purpose with your brand imagery, that's what is really going to make it successful for you at the end of the day. So, have you ever heard the phrase like, know, and trust factor? Right. And when you have that like, know, and trust factor, that's when people are going to engage with you. That's when people are ultimately going to buy from you. So photos and videos are a part of what will help to make that happen. So that's why I'm talking and so passionate today about brand identity and really having clear, consistent visual brand identity for your med spa. This is going to help you really win your unfair share of clients coming in. So let's break that down of what that looks like to have a really successful brand shoot. Okay, so first and foremost, you need to have a vision. So you want to have a list of questions that will prompt your thinking on helping you really land the concept or vision for the shoot itself, right? And so you have to think about, where am I going to be utilizing these photos or these videos? And some common places that you're going to utilize them are, of course, your website, social media, posts, stories, your email newsletter. One of my favorite ones is for you to actually use these images and turn them into art or decor in your med spa. You could also utilize them for a look book, right? Or a great before and after book that is sprinkled in with your brand imagery. That's super powerful versus just getting the the photos from the device company that everyone uses. That really is that custom high-end luxe feel that you're able to achieve. You could also utilize this in your paid advertising efforts, a billboard, posters, print, street signs, anything and everything that has to do with your print material as well, pamphlets, guides. So you can see that really the ideas that you could use these photos and videos are endless, really. But you want to be conscious of where you're going to be using them. So you just don't have some pretty photos at the end of the day, and you can communicate those needs to your photo and videographer, because that is going to guide them on the different angles that they are going to be shooting. So it's really important that you are able to communicate when and where you are going to be utilizing these photos and videos. The next thing is to have a prop listing. I was actually going to get out my favorite props that we use. And if you look at our brand imagery, you can see some very common props that we always use in our photo shoot, which is our giant diamond, right? Our paperweight, that's a giant diamond. We also have this beautiful giant or a big hand mirror that is rhinestoned and it says Diamond Accelerator on it. We'll use different, we'll use a cell phone, we've used a camera, we've used holiday promo stuffs with presents and pumpkins, we've used skincare, we've used syringes, we've used laptops, right? So the point is that to be thoughtful about the props that you are utilizing and how that is going to, again, be used at the end of the day in an ad for an event, right? So you got to really think this through. You don't want to just worry about your glam in your outfit for this photo shoot, but really think through how you're going to be utilizing it. And you'll also want to create a mood or inspiration board. Juliana on my team is the queen of this for our photo shoots. And we are constantly working on this like year round, in the sense of if we see something on social media of inspiration, then we have a little saved folder that we collaborate on, and we'll just put that into a little folder. So when it comes close to when we're having a photo shoot, we're able to pull those images to begin building our inspo board. And this is a great tool to share with, again, your photographer or videographer, because it really helps them to understand what you are looking for. Because the worst thing is that you just rely on the photographer's creative image, and then when you have ideas or a strong opinion in mind, and then at the end of the day, you're disappointed. And really, it's not the photographer's fault, right? You guys just need to get on the same page. So if you're able to gather different images, of course, Pinterest is a great tool. Instagram is a great tool, and begin saving these images to be able to share them with your photographer. And it's really fun if you have them printed out so everyone can see them. It just gets everyone on the same page, and you're going to be really happy at the end of the day with your final product. Because oftentimes, you just show up and you're taking some pretty pictures and you don't really have a plan in place, you don't have an inspo board in place, then what happens is that you're like, after the fact, you're like, oh, we should have done that. Oh, I missed that. Right. And so if you just take a little bit of time beforehand, you are really going to be happy at the end of the day with the result that you get with your photos, and then how you're able to effectively use them. So in addition to a mood board, you want a shot list, right? Again, the mood board is amazing and great, but really a dialed in shot list. And you're not going to do every little shot, right? If you're getting 100 photos, it's not like you have 100 laid out. However, you want to make sure that you don't miss, like you can't miss shots based on how, again, you're going to be using them at the end of the day. So we have a shot list that we share with our clients very regularly. So if that's something that you're interested in, please reach out to us. We'll give you our shot list and then have a conversation with you based on how you're going to be using these photos. And then we can give you some additional ideas to add to your shot list as well, because you just don't want to, after the fact, be like, oh man, I wish that I had a photo of this, right? So you want to work smarter, not harder on this. And then the final tip is to have a day of schedule. This is really helpful if you are not only working with a photographer, but you have your team coming, you're working with maybe makeup or hair, right? It's really just important that everyone is on the same page and not running late. I can specifically remember doing a photo shoot with a client, and they thought that they had thought of everything and were really dialed in, and told their team to everyone wear black, right? And so everyone had their black scrubs on or some kind of black dress or black pants. And then they didn't tell people what shoes to wear. And so they had this beautiful team photo, and they were a very large team. I think they probably had like 30 people on their team, and which is hard to fit that big of a team photo and to really kind of get an intimate feel and look in the photo. But anyway, long story short is that you could see their feet. And because they didn't tell them what shoes to wear or what color of shoes to wear. So some people had boots, some people had heels, some people wore color, and it just totally threw off the whole picture. So it's just like the little things that kind of can derail your photo shoot or can result in not really having photos that are usable at the end of the day. So get organized, get this photo shoot on your calendar. Part of the reason why I'm doing this talk today is because I am due for a photo shoot as well. So Juliana, hold me accountable, make sure that I get something on the calendar because I am overdue. Diamond is overdue as well. So I'm speaking to myself just as much as I'm speaking to you. I know it's a busy time during the holidays, but we can get that photo shoot on the calendar, whether that's January or February, right? Get it on the calendar, start planning now, right? Make sure you got your hair and your makeup in the perfect outfit. And this will also help you to begin as you are, scrolling Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. It will help you pay more attention to photos and videos that you are drawn to and that you will then be able to recreate. You'll also pay more attention to ads and pamphlets and billboards that you're seeing and see things through a more critical eye to see how you want to represent and present your brand at the end of the day. So work through these steps one by one. And at the end of the day, you're going to have a beautiful photo and videos that you can use on your website and your marketing and your print material. And at the end of the day, when there's so many med spas, so much competition out there, this is one of those things that will help you potentially position yourself a more luxury, high touch experience that will help you to earn your unfair share of new clients at the end of the day. So don't forget, get your brand photo shoot on the calendar so that you can start planning the perfect outfit, that your team can block off their calendars to make sure that they're there. And what's really fun too is you could reward them with like a beauty shot that they can keep for themselves, or potentially do some different contesting to, give maybe a wardrobe budget or something fun like that. Because it doesn't just have to be in scrubs. I think there's a time and a place to be in your scrubs, but I also, I saw Ruma Aesthetics. They had a brand photo shoot. It looked like last week, and they were all like in evening gowns and had really beautiful glam and photos, right? And then other photo shoots, they were in their black scrubs, right? So mix it up, right? You don't have to just have one style that you go back to time and time again. You'll see with Diamond Accelerator, sometimes I'm in like hot pink from head to toe. Sometimes I'm in sparkle head to toe. Sometimes I'm in like a nude palette head to toe, right? There is definitely a cohesive theme to it, but you just don't see me in the same thing every single time. And I think that, again, helps for you to pop out, stand out, and catch people's attention. All right, guys, hopefully those tips help you, because I don't think photo shoots have to be an overwhelming, scary thing. In fact, it can be a lot of fun if you are organized and you work with a great team that gives you energy and confidence, right? We love to play music in the background during photo shoots, so that, actually I learned that from Oprah, is that she has music playing, right? To just keep things like light and fun and not take ourselves so seriously that we just have to look and be perfect all the time. And my team makes fun of me and my dance moves, and I'm totally here for it. I'm okay with it, and I'm just gonna keep on dancing my mom moves. All right, guys, if you love this training, make sure that you share it with your team or another med spa that could benefit. You can always catch our replay on our YouTube channel. And to access more free trainings that will help grow your med spa, visit our link tree in our bio and catch us every single week, same time, same place on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn.